All right, welcome back to another episode of Beer, Bacon, and Bros. Tonight we're going to do our Week 7 college football picks. Before we get into that, as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button for us. It means a lot to us, completely free to you. We are really growing the channel. You're always welcome to hit us in the comments, of course, and make sure you hit that like on the video for us. Got a special guest tonight. Got Austin in the studio while he's in town. It's the normal four for you, Adam, Alex, Chris, and Keith. And we're going to give a quick little update to the standings. Keith has actually taken a lead at 42-17 after a 9-1 week 6 on his picks. 40-19 for me, 39-20 for Alex, 38-21 for Adam. So only 4 games back for the season, and it's anybody's game. We do need to get that one chip challenge thing set up for us for the losers.
Y'all just went right down the table, huh?
Well, yeah,
you worked that out somehow.
Yeah,
we
that oh yeah, we did. I didn't even realize that.
Well, just somehow.
Happened to work out.
I didn't realize that. So Austin hasn't been with us for a couple of weeks. Austin did step in week 4, and he went 5-5.
Yeah,
so
it's not great.
not a great starting, but
nobody that week for Austin.
Yeah, we'll take a little bit of Austin's opinion on this one. So a lot of great games this week, by the way. A lot of ranked opponents, some really good matchups. A lot of teams are on bye, but some of these games we're going to have some really tight lines. So we're going to start with a nooner here. It's number 10 Penn State at number 5 Michigan. Both teams totally undefeated. Penn State's 5-0, Michigan 6-0. The line right now is Michigan minus 6.5 at home.
I'm going to just say one quick thing, and then we can get to this. This is the biggest snub of not having a game day game of all fucking time. Michigan should have had game day because Tennessee's already had game day, and they're playing the Tennessee-Alabama game is game day.
Yep.
So I think Michigan should have got game day.
Yeah, this should have been.
Just want to go ahead and say that, but you got to take Michigan. It's home.
Yeah, in the big house.
It's
the big house is tough.
It's rocking.
Yep.
I mean, the offense hasn't been there for Michigan. The defense is there, but Penn State's look good. I mean, I think you just take Michigan at home. I think it's impossible to go against that.
But I'm going Michigan. Yeah, of course you are.
Are you saying me or him?
You.
So, all right, Alex going Michigan. I'm going Penn State. I'm telling you, this Michigan team, not super tested, has not looked great the last 2 weeks on offense. They're not dropping the 60 points a game they were in the first 3. I think Penn State's got enough offense, unlike Maryland and Iowa, to give them a run for their money. And I like Penn State coming here.
I'm going with little Captain Khaki Pants at home.
Okay. How about you?
I'm going Penn State.
All right.
I'm going to pick the upset here.
I just lost a fucking game. All right, game 2, one that Austin was very excited to hear about. Number 19 Kansas, who's 5-1 now, lost a close game at home to TCU. On the road at Oklahoma, 3-3 for Oklahoma right now. This is another noon on ESPN2. Kansas is a 7.5 point dog on the road at Oklahoma.
So here's the thing about that. Kansas is coming straight off the loss to TCU that was very, very close. Kansas played really, really well.
Oh, yeah.
TCU played really, really well, too. It's not like both teams played, one team just played bad.
No.
It was just a great game all around. 2 weeks ago, Oklahoma just got their butts handed to them by that same TCU team. How are they still saying that Oklahoma's going to win this game?
Give me Oklahoma by 2 touchdowns.
Oklahoma by 2 touchdowns?
By 2 touchdowns.
Not even.
Somebody knows something.
Did you just say Kansas was going to win?
Somebody knows something.
He's right, though. Vegas, when does Vegas ever not?
Somebody knows
Oh,
something. That line
you.
is so fucking fishy. That means David Gabriel's back. That means somebody's hurt for Kansas. Something is up. I don't know what it is.
Gabriel
2 touchdowns. They step back up.
Would you like the information?
Gabriel played last week.
Gabriel's back.
I know he's back. Jalen Daniels, the quarterback for Kansas, got hurt against TCU in being their backup
They looked
quarterback.
better afterwards.
And they did. That's my thing.
They were
Is I get what
better
they're
afterwards.
saying here. Like, Kansas is not getting their quarterback back, and now Oklahoma has time to see some film on Bean, who was also at North Texas before he came to Kansas. But, I mean, that offense looked better without Daniels in it.
And they have a great 2-headed monster at running back, too.
Vegas is not that wrong. Oklahoma wins this game 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
It has a weird fishy feeling and.
Well, this was the same. Well, same thing that you're saying. This was one time Baylor was just weeks ago when they were a dog. No, they were a favorite on the road to a ranked BYU team, and they were the favorite. BYU blew them out.
Yeah.
But I think Kansas wins this. outright.
Yeah, I'm going Kansas as well.
Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
It's not like Bean went out there only for the last drive.
He played like an entire half.
Yeah, and he did not look bad
And
at
threw,
all.
what, 4 touchdowns in that second half?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
I don't love that pick, but I'm telling you, there's just something.
I agree. There is something weird about this line.
Something's weird about this line.
And it really could be the fact that Kansas is missing the starting quarterback, whereas Oklahoma is getting their.
Oklahoma is a completely different team when they have their quarterback. I will say that. Now Texas just beat the dog shit out of them. So.
But Oklahoma's also in a first-year program right now, basically.
Are you the type of team that teams either bounce back from a big loss or they fucking just implode?
Yeah.
So
We're gonna find
I
out.
think they're
Let me
imploding.
go find out.
this is where you're about to find out.
All right, so we got Oklahoma, Kansas, and Kansas.
Yep.
Yep.
Rock
All
Chalk
right.
Jayhawk.
Going to game 3, we got the Minnesota Golden Gophers 4-1 on the road. Another nooner here at number 24 Illinois, who's also 5-1. Minnesota is the 6.5-point favorite on the road at Illinois.
Home dog. I love them.
I
Give
think.
me a home dog.
Yeah, I think
Give
Illinois
me a home
look.
dog.
The home underdog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
would not
Illinois
throw
look.
another touchdown again.
No, they didn't.
I thought
Jesus.
Illinois has looked great all year. I think they played very well.
The line, yeah. The line I had looked really good.
Yeah, I'm taking Illinois at home. I know it's kind of it's a touchdown line, but yeah, I think Illinois is not a lot, but this is something that I think that they could easily cover, if not win, outright.
Illinois for you two down there? Is that what you're saying?
Adam picked Illinois. Give me the other one.
I'm going to take Minnesota as well, actually. I just think Minnesota has the ability to move the football both through the air and on the ground compared to Illinois' ability to it's really just kind of a run offense. Both love to play strong defense. The over-under is kind of accurate, actually, at 38. So it's going to be a run fest between these two teams. But I think
agree.
Minnesota can do more on offense than Illinois can.
I think we'll go with Minnesota as well. Row the boat. I think PJ Flex got it.
Yeah, I'm going to go Minnesota as well. I think this is the one where Vegas does kind of know what they're talking about with the spread.
Yeah.
They might have just trapped Adam into a loss there.
Or he trapped all of us into a loss.
Adam stepping back right up with that one.
All right. Well, as Austin mentioned, College Game Day, 3:30. It's number 3 Alabama at number 6 Tennessee, both undefeated teams. This one is a 7.5-point favorite in Alabama's way on the road at Tennessee.
Alabama with 3 touchdowns.
Whoa.
Tennessee has not beaten Alabama in like 15 years.
Yeah, it's like 2.
That's the point. Bama's gonna be smoking them cigars afterwards. Give me Alabama. Give me 3.
Bryce Young out again?
No, he should be back. I think.
I'm not sure, honestly.
If Bryce Young's back, Bama all day.
I was about to say it's all pending Bryce Young.
Yeah.
But
Bama,
I think it's that, like he said, 15 years. You got a mind game. I mean, this is the Tennessee team if they're gonna do it to win. But
I think Alabama's defense is too strong. I think they match up very well against Tennessee and to cover what they like to run.
I mean, you can look, Tennessee's allowed almost 400 yards,
every game.
and Alabama's at 250.
Yeah.
Like, that's a drastic difference
Yeah.
on defensive measurement.
Yeah.
That's a huge
and it
difference.
ain't been the difference in talent.
And let's be honest here, I think the only real credible win that Tennessee has is the Pitt overtime win.
Yeah.
I mean, LSU is not,
I mean, they
What?
were ranked.
they're ranked, but come on now.
25th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still ranked opponent.
That game was over the moment LSU dropped the opening kickoff and Tennessee got the ball
Yeah.
at like the 7-yard.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Florida, I mean, Florida's that weird team to where, like, they're shitty one week, good the next week. Like, they're not a very standard
It's
team
not,
right
yeah,
now.
right.
Yeah.
There's no consistency within that team.
Yeah.
I don't know. If
I mean, I'll say the same thing on the Alabama side, though. I mean, you got the Arkansas win at Arkansas, and you have Texas at Texas, and I mean,
Texas probably would have won that game if they hadn't lost their quarterback.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But I mean, Monroe, Vandy, and then this A&M team that is so bad, but Alabama just.
I think that's
there's
just-
something there in that relationship between Jimbo and Nick that.
I think just Jimbo knows Nick too well
Yeah.
to take a scheme against Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's how I explain that.
I think if there was a Tennessee team to do it over the last, in this case,
It'd be
15
these
years,
guys.
this is the team
Yeah.
to beat Alabama this year at home. Neyland Stadium is going to be absolutely wild for this game. I'm going to give the edge to Alabama absolutely because I think defensively Tennessee ain't going to be able to keep up, but offensively, I think they have the talent to do it, but I don't think they're defense is going to keep Alabama from scoring.
Yeah.
So
65.5.
I think there's going to be a lot of points scored here.
I'm with you.
I would take the over, and I'm going to take Bama to cover the spread.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the spread being above 7 means that they think Bryce Young is back. There's no way that as a road.
And also, I was talking about this with guys at work today. They're like, well, Bryce Young's out. I'm like, yeah, that's bitching about one 5-star going down and having to ask for the backup 5-star to come in.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot different. Like, when you have, like, people were talking about the Kentucky quarterback, Levis, or whatever, like,
Levis.
yeah, whatever. You know, he gets hurt. Yeah, his backup comes in. His backup may not be the next great guy, but at Alabama, the backup quarterback is
He's usually
expected. Look at the same thing
five-star
with
guy.
Jalen and Tua. Look at what that year when that stuff happened.
Like
Mac
And
Jones.
especially, Mac Jones.
Mac
Like,
Jones.
now that this guy's had a game under his belt, if he has to play against Tennessee, I think he will still be comfortable
Yes,
enough to go into
absolutely.
Neyland Stadium and, for God forbid, keep them from scheming Rocky Top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Tennessee.
Yeah, we know.
You knew because you watched me put it on the screen.
I saw you do it.
I-
too, but don't worry about it.
The only thing I'm going to say about this is the reason I'm going to take Tennessee, and I'm not super overly confident in it just because of how their defense is. I think they've been really good against the run defensively. So if it doesn't end up being Bryce Young playing, I think they have the advantage to possibly keep Alabama under the 40 or 50-point line.
Yeah, but
I also think that Hendon Hooker, very experienced quarterback, and Tennessee's offense under Josh Heupel loves to move very quickly. They want to get as many plays in as possible, and I just don't think that Alabama's had to see any of that this year. They play
That
in
tempo.
the SEC where that tempo is relatively slow, and they haven't had to face somebody with that high-speed, fast tempo, and it can make a defense have mistakes. There's communication that just doesn't get to happen defensively when you move that fast.
yeah, but typically when they play Alabama, they go tempo, and then Alabama gets a stop, and then it's like, oh shit, we just gave them the ball back 10 seconds less than they just had it, and then Alabama scores. And
That'll come back to bite you in the ass
Yeah,
real quick.
like,
Alabama's defense is just really stout.
I think that the big-
they're going to be able to keep Hendon Hooker in the pocket.
And they don't miss tackles.
Yeah.
That's
The
big
disparity of this game that I think is the dead giveaway is those defenses. The tail of the tape against when you compare these two defenses.
No.
Alabama's is just got. They don't even have just the upper hand. They've got the upper hand, the extra foot. They've got everything.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the
Real
big
bodies.
difference.
Yeah, if Will Anderson has a day, Tennessee's not staying within 20 points probably.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like you talk about Hooker getting out of the pocket, moving around. They put Will Anderson on him, just spying all day, blitzing. Like you got a guy that can match up one-on-one with a big quarterback in the SEC who likes to run the ball and can shut him down, moving outside of the pocket.
That's what I say.
Anytime he breaks that
Will
pocket, just blitz.
if
Like,
Will can
that
get to him,
spy, he's gonna play troubles with that offense.
agreed.
It's going to keep them
Well, that
one-dimensional.
defense, yeah.
Just like they did with Jefferson in Arkansas.
I would like to point out now that Chris has predicted 2 top 5 teams to be upset this weekend.
Those crazy weekends.
Oh, Michigan.
Yeah, he's got Michigan and Alabama.
Be a wild
Chris is going for upset
Yeah.
Be
weekend.
a wild weekend.
It'll be an upset weekend. So.
Parlay them two together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next game up, another great matchup. Number 8 Oklahoma State at number 13 TCU. Both these teams undefeated. Both these teams 5-0. And actually, TCU is a 3.5-point favorite at home this weekend over Oklahoma State.
And I like that. I think TCU has looked really good. I think that
Austin was getting ready to take TCU, and then you.
No. I was going to Oak State. Give me Oak State.
Oh, okay.
Oak State by 10.
Big.
So you're calling a 13-point swing against the spread right
Oak
now.
State 10.
Okay.
I
Give
like
it to the
TCU after watching it. Granted, I know it is Kansas, but I feel like TCU has just moved the ball so effectively on offense.
Yeah, but you're talking about a Kansas defense and you're talking about an Oklahoma defense. You've seen this is biased. This is recency biased. Oak State's defense is good. Oak State's offense is good. TCU
that
has looked
quarterback
good
is
against
is
bad
phenomenal.
teams.
I
They
say
haven't
who
really
else
gotten a
is
step.
TCU's also beaten who else this year?
They've beaten Oklahoma. They've beaten Kansas. They've
Iowa
beaten
State,
They beat SMU. No idea who that is in Colorado.
Yeah, they have not played a good team. Look at Oak State's record. They
I think
have
it's
played
like
teams.
Texarkana or something. Click on it.
Yeah, it looks like Texarkana.
But still, I mean, they're just able to score.
Tarleton Texans.
They've been able to
That's got to
score.
be like a D4 school.
What is that?
Yeah.
What are they averaging a game now? Almost 40 points.
TCU's averaging 46 points a game, 23 giving up on
Oak,
defense.
Oak State's giving up what?
They're identical.
46.4 and 24.8.
They're identical. They're off by less than a point each other.
So I think TCU's just been able to move the ball very efficiently on offense. Duggan
They do have the higher yardage. TCU does.
Duggan being able to make plays on his feet and keep plays alive, and I can't remember the receiver's name for TCU, but I think
Johnson.
But yeah, I think he might be one of the best, if not the best receiver right now in college football. So I'm taking TCU at home.
I also don't understand how Oklahoma has this high of a ranking.
Oklahoma State.
Yeah, Oklahoma
Because
State. You know what I'm talking about.
they won the Big 12 last year, and so it's kind of a.
And just because they're going undefeated,
Yeah,
they're automatically up there.
Well, they
They
were
beat
already high
Baylor.
up there. They beat Baylor,
They beat
they
Baylor.
beat Texas Tech, and they beat Arizona State and Central Michigan. And University
yeah,
of
they
Arkansas, Pine Bluff.
So they beat Baylor.
Yeah,
They beat Baylor.
Yeah,
That's their big credible win.
And I guess in
So
this
far.
case, and guess you can say for TCU, their big credible win this year
At
at Kansas.
yeah.
Well, OU was 18 when they beat them.
Yeah.
yeah, was 18 when they beat them.
Yeah, but they knocked
So-
their quarterback out. The
Okay.
second quarter.
Okay, so Austin's taking Oklahoma State, Adam's taking TCU.
I'm not sure yet.
I'm going to K-State.
I'm going to OK State too. And I mean,
I think the quarterback's a better quarterback.
well, I mean, I was going to say this about the quarterback play. You're looking at two guys that have combined for 26 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Really good quarterback play between both freaking teams.
No,
But I agree with Austin, actually. I think Oklahoma State's defense, because I've gotten to see a little bit of Oklahoma State this year, and I've been screaming them as my Big 12 favorite all year long. But I think Oklahoma State's defense has really impressed some people, especially with their pass rush. And so Duggan's a mobile quarterback, Sanders is a mobile quarterback. I think whatever defense ends up winning home and being able to initially stop the run and force the other team to pass the ball nonstop is going to be the team that ends up
it's
actually
got
winning the ball
like
game.
65, 68 over or something.
It's
like that.
68 and a half.
Yeah, it's got to be up there.
Yeah.
I mean, both have scored a lot of points, but not real. I mean,
They're both averaging 46 a game, so.
And they're both only giving up 24
24
a game.
games, so you're looking at 70. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. I'd take the under. I think it's a close game. I'm going to take the under.
I don't like it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go Oak State as well.
Alright, picking up another win right here.
Adam's got some
Yeah.
chance. He's either making
Making
some
headway.
wins, or
I mean,
he's digging his grave.
Top 25 matchup, actually top 18 matchup. We got NC State, who's number 15, 5-1, going on the road at 3:30 to the number 18 and undefeated Syracuse Orange.
Syracuse
You heard that
is
right.
Really good.
Undefeated Syracuse
They've
Orange.
pulled some lucky games out of it.
Syracuse is a 3.5-point favorite at home.
What
So,
is their
That's
what
the
is
Carrier
their
Dome, baby.
what is their win margin over those games?
They have beaten Wagner 59-0. They've
Okay.
beaten Virginia 22-20. They've beaten Purdue 32-29. They've beaten UConn 48-14, and they beat Louisville 31-7.
so the two teams that are actually good, they beat by 3 or less.
Yeah, and they've played
Really close games.
close games.
Yeah.
NC State's just coming off the loss to Clemson.
No, they beat Florida State last week.
They came back to beat
19-17.
Florida State late.
Oh, do we know about the quarterback? He left the game, right? NC State's quarterback.
Leary was out.
Yeah, he left the game. I mean, that would be my big question.
Yeah,
He's active.
Give me North Carolina.
I'm going Wolfpack.
What's the spread? I was gonna say, what's the spread?
It's 3.5.
Hey, give me North Carolina. Syracuse played too many close games.
All right, so Alex wants NC State and Austin wants NC State.
I'm gonna ride or die with them all year. I'm taking State.
I'm taking State too.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Taking
go
State.
with that.
Yeah,
Oh
taking
boy,
State.
this is not good.
That means the Carrier Dome's
money
gonna
on
be
the
rocking.
orange.
Yeah, it's gonna
Put
be
some
rocking.
money
but-
on the orange.
Hey, switch
so.
me to us there. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Hey, you might want to.
No, the Syracuse
You
please.
might want to. Game, another great one. No, it's just not a top 25 matchup. You got number 4 Clemson, who's 6-0, going on the road to 4-2 Florida State. Anybody thought Florida State was going to be
Fucking
4-2?
joke. Give
Yeah.
me 3 touchdowns, Clemson.
Yeah, I think
This is Clemson.
A night game in Florida State. Florida State is only a 3.5-point
It's
favorite.
Clemson. It's Clemson. You can
Or
Florida.
sorry.
You
Sorry.
can type it in your little magic machine. It's Clemson. Let's move on.
Fuck. Wait,
Don't talk no more.
Yeah, we're not
Drop your house on Clemson. Jesus.
Yeah, I think we all got Clemson down.
Bro, Clemson has just beaten
I
Wake.
mean, I want Florida State to win, but Clemson will come find some bullshit way to win this game.
Clemson's gone through North Carolina State. They've gone through Wake Forest.
Yeah.
They're going to play these close games, but they're going to find a way to win it. Florida State, I mean,
They're close.
They're
They're close. They're
But
close.
Florida State should have. That LSU game was a joke. LSU kept Florida State in that game
Yeah.
Yeah.
by the two
You-
muff punts. This
you-
should be technically a 3-3 team right now.
You have a team that always finds a way to win in Clemson versus a team that always finds a way to lose in Florida State. And I think that's what you look at right there, and you got to take Clemson. I mean, Clemson always does lose one stupid game, it feels like, every other year.
I just don't think
Maybe
this is the one.
I just don't think it is.
So are you calling this a potential trap game for Clemson?
I fully feel this is a trap game.
I mean, it's like
I think this is a trap game because Clemson's next opponent is who?
They're on bye, I think, next week, the following week. I mean, this is their third straight hard game, right? Wake, NC State. and
No, they
Florida.
took Boston College last week. So
Oh, they have Syracuse
They have
and Notre Dame
Syracuse.
coming up.
Yeah, they actually have.
So honestly,
Syracuse
this
the
is a
next
perfect time to have a trap game because you might catch players and assistant coaches scheming
for it.
past
Yeah.
Florida State.
We're going to look at Mississippi State, number 16, at number 22, Kentucky. This is a 7:30 game in Kentucky. Still no word on Will Levis. They have him still listed as out from the Carolina game.
Flip the line. Give me Kentucky -7.
Okay, I was going to say the line is 7.
Flip it.
Mississippi State's a 7-point
Give me
favorite at
Kentucky
Kentucky.
-7.
You think Kentucky's going to come
And
out?
I think Will Levis plays. I think there's a lot of just shit talking with the loss to Carolina and the pissed off with the Shane Beamer shit.
You think they come out and just
I
they're hot, they're
I think
fired
they're
up?
home. Mississippi State. I still don't trust Mississippi State. They might be a good record, but for some reason.
I mean, they got a good win in Arkansas. They've gotten a good win at Texas A&M.
They played Arkansas without Arkansas's quarterback. They beat a Texas A&M team that is, who knows? Flip a coin.
I say without Mac Jones, right? Or was
Yeah.
that the game he went out?
Mac Jones. Is
Mac
Patriots.
Jones.
Matt Jones is out, but
Or Johnson?
yeah,
What's
Max
his name?
Johnson.
Mac Jones.
Mac
is
Jones.
Mac Johnson.
Yeah.
Mac Jones is the Patriots.
Yeah,
Mac-
I mean,
Well, I meant Mac
hurt.
Johnson, but it's
He is
Max.
hurt. Yes, Mac Jones is hurt.
give me Kentucky. You flip the line. I'll take a -7.
I'm going to take Mississippi State. I'm going to take Mississippi State because I watched South Carolina be able to throw the football in Kentucky
Yeah, we're
last
talking
week.
about Mike Leach.
Yeah, we're talking about Mike Leach right now, and Willie Rogers and the Pirates. So
I'm going with the Jolly Roger too. I got
Mike, look at Mississippi State's last 4 games. They're consistently dropping 40 points.
yeah, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to go ahead and call it right now, and we can talk about it later in a couple of weeks. If this,
I'm
Mississippi,
taking Mississippi State as well.
if this Mississippi State team stays healthy,
They're gonna be good.
I think they got a chance against Bama.
They're gonna make the West a little tight race. That you're trying to say?
I think they're the one team in the West that might actually give Bama a loss this
All right.
year. So
Are you gonna trap Austin into a loss here or win? Where are you going?
Hey.
I'm going Mississippi State.
Okay.
Give it to me.
So Austin's flipping it, saying it's gonna be a 14-point swing the other way
Yeah.
than what Vegas says.
Give me 7.
I agree. Even if Kentucky does come back, I really don't know if Levis being in there would have made that much of a difference. The way Carolina's defense was playing, we were
sacked them
still
6 times.
we were still getting QB pressures. We were getting special team stuff. I just don't think Kentucky is who they think they are.
8 o'clock game. It's the number 7 University of Southern California Trojans at the number 20 Utah Utes. Utah is a 3.5-point favorite at home.
Give me the Trojans.
Oh, you don't ever use condoms anyways.
I knew Austin was going to say that shit.
Yeah, I think USC wins this one though.
Did I miss a game?
Yeah, you missed the Baylor game in the beginning. We'll go back to it though.
We'll go back.
Oh yeah, I did miss the Baylor game. Okay, we'll cover it. But go ahead.
Utah's a scary place to play. A lot of big teams have gone.
Is this a night game too?
This
Yeah.
is an 8 o'clock game.
A lot of big teams have gone into Utah
And lost,
Like
yeah.
I think it was
Oregon lost to them last year.
Oregon's
Pacific
done
time,
it.
so it's 11 o'clock.
BYU did it when what's his
No,
name
it's
was
right.
still there. What?
Zach
Taysom
Wilson.
Hill?
Zach Wilson.
Or Zach Wilson?
Zach
Yeah,
Wilson.
yeah.
Taysom Hill.
I was like, I didn't know how far back he was going.
Way
That
back.
was a very good pull.
I didn't know how far back
That
he
was
was
a
going.
very good pull.
Ty Detmer? Is that what hard?
That's Utah's a tough place to play, but I mean, I think you look at USC and how they played this year, they're rolling. Give me them. I'll flip.
Yeah, Lincoln Riley has got that team.
I'll flip the line on this one as well. Give me 3.5.
Well, yeah, see, that's just saying I'm going to beat them by a touchdown.
Yeah,
Not 14 points though.
Give me USC minus the points. I think they should be favored in this game. I don't know why that line's there.
I do agree. It's a hard
Utah's-
place to play in Utah.
Utah's at
That's, I
home.
mean, yeah, they have a really good fan base, and that they got that place rocking. But I think Lincoln Riley going over to USC and getting all the talent that he got to come with him to USC. I'm giving the edge to USC. I'm taking the Trojans as well.
Sneakily, USC's had a very good defense. They led the NCAA in picks through 3 or 4 weeks or something like that. They didn't play nobody, but
still led.
They play a very aggressive style of defense.
Like
I've
UCLA?
owning them in the fantasy league, I've got to watch some of their games, and it's very UCLA similar. I mean, they like
We were bust.
they like to turn the ball over. They like to jump routes. They unfortunately they try and hit people as hard as they can instead of just tackling them. But I will say the scary part of this is the Utah atmosphere and how that defense plays against Utah, and Cameron Rising is a very good quarterback. I don't have any doubt of Southern California being able to put up points on Utah. It is just how Southern California's defense plays. And they have played to their competition for weeks now. Oregon State at Oregon State, they played in a close game. Arizona State was in that game until the fourth quarter when Southern California decided to drop 3 touchdowns on them. Wazoo last week, that was a less than touchdown point game going into the fourth quarter.
they're
So
kind of sneaky though.
they play down to their competition, but I'm going to go with USC. I think Lincoln has enough talent to get it done, and I think offensively it's going to be a pretty big shootout. But Utah's a tough place to play.
I already picked the Trojans. So.
Yeah.
We all went USC then. Across the
No,
board.
it's okay.
Oh,
So if I go USC, it's gonna be the clean sweep.
It would
Yeah.
be the clean sweep.
you want the Utes, don't you? You want them.
I kind of do, but I'm gonna go with I'm gonna follow the crowd. I'm gonna go USC.
This is actually a Wednesday night game. No, sorry, Thursday night game. We have a Wednesday night game, but it's not this one. There's a Thursday night game, 7 p.m. 3-2 Baylor, who's unranked now, versus the 2-3 West Virginia Mountaineers. Baylor a 3.5 point favorite on the road at West Virginia.
I just don't know how you trust West Virginia. They've looked good. They've looked bad.
They've lost to Kansas, Pitt, and Texas. Their wins are against Townsend and Virginia Tech.
That's what I mean. Their losses are good teams. I mean, we don't know what Pitt is now. but-
Baylor's wins are against Albany, Texas State, and Iowa State. They've lost to BYU and Oklahoma State.
I mean, those are very credible.
Well, they took BYU to 2 overtimes.
Yeah.
I don't care. They still lost.
I mean, it just
Close game at BYU, and then you get
I just
probably They probably got. I think they got.
They lost
man
by
up.
11 by to Oklahoma
Yeah.
State.
I said I think it
I
was a
think you
2-score
just
game.
take Baylor. I mean, just the resume. I think
Yeah, I'm gonna go Baylor.
I think this.
I
is
gotta
just
go
a
Baylor
pure-
as well with the inconsistency of West Virginia.
It's just a pure
Yeah.
resume look. I mean,
Yeah, I'll go Baylor.
You going Baylor?
Yep, Baylor.
maybe we want to take.
I'm taking West Virginia.
Okay, good.
I'm singing Country Roads, baby. I want to see JT Daniels, who's probably having a not so great. Yeah, I know, I messed that up. I want to see JT Daniels, who's probably not having the senior season that he wanted to have. I want
Should
to
stay in Georgia.
Go off.
No, I want to see him go off right here. I want to see him sling the ball around the yard. I think he will.
Is Baylor's defense the one that's going to allow that though?
No.
I mean,
I mean, it's a home game, prime time.
Baylor's given up 225 yards or 223 yards passing every week. Then that will put a wrap on our Week 7 college football picks. As always, hit us in the comments and let us know who you think is going to win some of these games, and we will see you next week.